action. All the fun and all the games, they all start here with All Stars Cricket. All new experiences for everyone. All over the country. Every session is all-out action all the time. All are welcome, all invited. Even mums and dads. Skills, friendships, smiles, dreams. It all happens here. All you need is delivered right to your door. Best of all, it even has your name on it. All the activators are fully trained, and all they want is for us to have a great time. Always. Have fun. Catch. Throw. Try it all. It's time to go all in, all together. And it all starts with All Stars. All you need to get started is at allstarscricket.co.uk.
Afternoon once again, welcome back to Merchant Taylors School, the second game of the day here in the double header in Northwood. It's the men's turn with Middlesex taking on Essex. Middlesex have won the toss and elected to field first. The live stream here brought to you in association with Daffabet. I'm Kevin Hand bringing you the commentary of this one, and that's Tom Helm, Middlesex's best T20 bowlers over the years. Middlesex need him right now. They're up against it in this year's group. A winning streak required if they are to keep in with contention of reaching the knockout stage. Big win for the women this morning. Will it set the tone for the men this afternoon? The Falcons were dismissed Derbyshire in the opening game of the day after a brilliant performance opening up with a bat for Middlesex. So over to Middlesex with the ball now. But Essex, of course, will have their own ideas here at Merchant Taylors School, just outside Watford. Middlesex is one of Middlesex's home grounds for a number of years now. I'm trying to rack my brain to remember actually if Essex have been here before. I don't think they have. Walter and Pepper to open, then take you through the sides in full in a moment. But it's Walter on strike to begin as Helm is around the wicket. So yeah, the table as it stands. Essex played 4, 1-2, lost 2. Middlesex played 5, 1-1, lost 4. Dropped short of Rossington apparently. Let's have a look. Back pad. Just beating that inside edge. Seam movement to the fore last weekend here at Merchant Taylors School in the Blast. Middlesex unable to post a big enough total in the game against Hampshire. Off the mark, Essex Bull. But Hampshire top, 6 played, 5 wins, 1 defeat, 20 points. Kent second with 12 points. They've played 4 games, won 3, lost 1. Surrey have played 6, 3 wins, 3 defeats. Essex played 4, 2 wins, 2 defeats. Then Middlesex 5 games, 1 win and 4 defeats, which is the same for the Sussex Sharks, who are bottom of the table because they lost 2 points. Middlesex with 4 points, so a win would move them level with Essex. East away. A single taken down to deep third. Well, there we go. The fields here at MTS. See Tom Helm turning now. Deep square and deep third, long leg back. To keep that line straight, angling in. There's a bit of swing there for Helm. It's edged. But edge for 4. Stretching for it, Walter. Would have been a wide. It's a long stretch for him. No deep third in place. Often we'll see a deep third and a deep square set back in the opening overs. Power play time, not so here. First boundary on the board. Essex 6 without loss after 1. Middlesex unchanged from the defeat at Surrey the other evening. Adam Rossington, the keeper, Max Holden, Josh De Carey's, Ben Geddes, Elias Deploy, the captain, Ryan Higgins, Luke Holman, Ethan Bosch, Seb Morgan, Tom Helm, and a certain Noah Cornwell. Lions call up for him on Friday for Cornwell, which big recognition for him, and rightly so. Got across, didn't quite get up. Going down the hill. So it's a straight up, straight down here across the track, as opposed to side at Lord's. The Essex team: Paul Walter, Michael Pepper, the keeper, Charlie Allison, Luke Benkenstein, Wian Mulder, Matt Critchley, Noah Thane, Simon Harmer, the skipper, Shane Snater, Zaman Akhtar, and Charlie Bennett. 6 without loss, the score. Well, the step across from Pepper. Looking to access the onside, deep third back and long leg. So from long leg, there's a lot of room there to try and go over that infield, to clip into the onside. Clipping with the breeze, you'd have thought, but the movement from Cornwell too much for Pepper on this occasion. Sharp single. Throw comes in from Seb Morgan at cover. So Higgins at slip. Change around now for the left-hander. Let's see. Higgins at slip. Deep third heading back. It's all change out there, so I'll have to wait a moment myself. Slip in a gully. Middlesex on the charge here. There is movement.
Going 2 slips.
2 slips indeed. Angle from where I'm sat. It's a little wider for Higgins. Chase on here for De Carey's. Deep square coming around. A little bobble, but he's grabbed it well. That's come of the over, so let's recheck the field. 2 slips, deep third and deep square, the notable. The 2 out, and as such, the 2 in, the 2 catches. Elsewhere in the circle. Mid wicket, mid on, mid off, cover and point. Leg side. Oh, cry a catch. The umpire's going to signal a wide here, and it's gone away for 4 wides. That really went away down the slope. Just the bounce on this. Rossington, there was just a little bit of swing there as well, wasn't there, that put Rossington off, and I think that's hurt the fingers of the keeper. I think Cornwell's upset because there might have just been a little bit of pad involved in that. Up in the air. Who's called it? Deep third. Holds on. Ethan Bosch with the catch. It was up there a long time, goodness me. The keeper, the slips, and there's the surprise. They were all thinking for a moment, whose is that? Cloudy day here. bright white sky up above. That ball could have easily have gone missing for a moment. They all thought about going for it, but it was Bosch's all the way, and Bosch made no mistake. First wicket goes. Walter departs for 7 from 7 faced. Cornwall strikes. Last ball of the over. Essex 14 for 1. Allison, the new batter, joining Pepper. Little prod at the surface. It's always a seamer surface here at Merchant Taylors. It's a popular ground over the years with the Middlesex Seamers in Championship cricket, and they'd dearly love to make this fortress Merchant Taylors in T20 as well. Here's a man who's becoming accustomed to it, Ethan Bosch, replacing Helm at the Lake End, so he'll be running straight up the hill. Straight on the spot. Top of middle and off. Good bit of chatter in the field. Josh Carey's in playful mood there, as you can see, which is good to see from Middlesex. They haven't won the matches they'd have liked this year, but I'd imagine within the group they'll feel they're getting closer as a T20 side. A historically very difficult competition for the county. It's away, and it's away towards us. Alan Coleman saving my bacon there. I was worried for a moment I'd actually have to do some proper work and field the ball. Where was that going to kick up to? I did think it was going to ramp straight into the commentary tent for a moment. Nice shot from Pepper. It's Bosch's response, 18 for 1. Can you do that field swap? Still a slip in place. The reason Pepper stepped across to go at that, there's the long leg in position. Not far from where we are, but it was in front of him. Rounds more to deep square. There's the deep third back as well, or he's a deep backward point really. Top of middle and off's the target. Slapped. Just a little bit of width allowed him that room to get the hands thrown at the ball. Only a marginal amount, but it was just enough. Batter clearly knows what the bowler's game is here with the field set. There's not much that the bowler can do with it. You can't go full, mid off and mid on, up. Particularly go short, the ball will sit up, and with the seam movement that's there, you'll want to keep it on a traditional line and length and hope the natural variation of the Merchant Taylor School pitch will do the rest. And again, up and over. Just that little bit of width again, allowing Pepper to throw the hands at it, to free up the arms a bit. Wasn't much Rude. It's a little inside out, but he knows clear that infield. Not the biggest playing surface, of course. Here at an out ground. Up in the air again now. It's going to land safe, I think, is it? No, that's a brilliant catch. Outstanding from De Carey's. On the move from mid-wicket, and a smile and a little bit of relief there. He was under the cosh. But he was under the ball and he held on. Really good catch on the move. The key was there. He went early and he kept going. There was no hesitation. Look at the sprint. Got into position and held on. Thought that he might get away with that one, Pepper, but not so. Up it goes. He's gone for 14 and Essex are 26 for 2. Benkenstein, the new batter. A reasonable competition so far, and just trying to hold together a couple of chases for Essex. They've got to set a target here. This was what Middlesex were up against last week. I did feel as though the toss was crucial on that occasion, and I'm sure Essex to some extent will have watched that game and reviewed it and perhaps come to their own summary of that as well. Having been put in here, you have to be careful setting the target, not to go too big too soon and find yourself in a little bit of a heap and scrambling to play catch up with the bat. You're wide, just pushes it across. Allison, first ball faced. 2 batters on naught, so nothing yet to face. As such, it's 2 batters still to face. It's better from Cornwell. It looks as though Middlesex's plan is quite clear. It's top of off here. It's not get too carried away with it. Don't be mixing it up too much in the power play. While this ball's still relatively new and will offer a little bit of assistance, make it as testing as possible. On a flat one, you put it on a length and the batter's just going to hit across the line. It's the last thing they'll be thinking about here. Watchful, respectful start from the batters. Quick single. Oh, slip from Holden. Is he all right? As long as he is, they'll all be laughing at him in a minute. Higgins pulls him up. Yeah, just watch the footing here. There you go. Again, a lot of rain yesterday. It's pretty much seeped through. There's a slight sogginess to the surface first thing this morning. Beaut. Rinse and repeat. It's a good over this from Cornwell. Quick single. 4 overs bowled. 29 for 2. A chat between the skipper and Higgins and Adam Rossington. Rossington, the last of his contracted games, original contracted games. It is a contract that can be extended should it need to be. Joe Cracknell out with a finger injury, which is why Rossington's been recruited in on a short-term contract. Back where it all began, for a trip to Essex and to Northamptonshire for Rossington. Still hitting the ball unbelievably well. If it is to be the last today, then I'm sure he'll want to go out with a bang and against a former county. Helm's back. Oh, lifts. Well, that's hurt. At Old Trafford. Good from Helm. Watchful from Benkenstein. I think Essex will clearly have come into this game with a good bit of knowledge from the Hampshire game last week that Middlesex put in, got themselves in a mess setting the target. Probably only 20 light of it being a decent game. But in a low scoring game, 20 is a lot. Oh, well run. They put the pressure on the field and the dive comes in. Just in case. Nearly jarred that knee actually on the slide. Part of the game now, you practice diving. Not only diving for catches, but diving to make your ground, practicing those skills also. Burger van has one or two, the coffee van as well. A little bit of a queue forming on the ice cream van there now. Dies a little on Allison. Going up the hill. Helms, you'd almost expect there might be an extra bit of bounce. Middlesex here because the test match is on at Lords, but of course I suppose he could have worn up sticks and made it back to Lords for a game this afternoon. Sun breaks through in Northwards. Dot ball to finish, just a single off the over. Another good one for Middlesex, another good one for Helm. None for 7 for him. 5 bowled, 30 for 2.
And that's a big moment in the match. Here and now, 3-6-5. Amplifying brands in the UK.
Arsenal top on display there. Champions League defeat, but Premier League winners. Of course, we're 6 days away from the Football World Cup now. That'll be tough for the cricketers that are football fans next weekend, of which the majority are. Kicks off on Friday night. Middlesex at Worcestershire on Friday. Then to Canterbury the following Friday. A few late nights watching Cape Verde against now though there's nothing on it. Going for the ramp, Benkenstein. take a single. I just think further evidence here that Essex have come in with a clear game plan. They're going to play the long game here. They're not going to let themselves go in a heap early, chasing runs. They'll know that Cornwell and Helm in particular for Middlesex are gun T20 bowlers. Into a third over now, Cornwell. That'll be a boundary. Inside edge, could have gone anywhere. Looking for the drive, but snapping his head round to see where that ended up. A relief to see and to hear, of course, that the wicket was untroubled. Great stop. Morgan at mid-wicket saves a boundary. Saves all four of them. Don't even get through for the single. 35 for 2. Giving himself room, deciding last ball of the power play. This one has to go. Well, there we go. They press gamble for 2 wickets. And then decided it was time to shut up shop and consolidate. Seb Morgan joining the attack, just going a little too straight there and punished. Full enough of length as well to go for the pickup. Just missing slightly Morgan, but that's T20 cricket. A little full and a little too straight, and the pair combined meant that Benkenstein was cashing in. Morgan, part of the under-19 team at the World Cup. His mate Caleb Faulkner off still with the Lions at the moment, where Cornwell was on Friday. There you go. Nice line, nice length, one-handed drive for the single. On to go the 7th. This is a really good start for Middlesex, but they'd, I'm sure, dearly love to put a couple of wickets on that board now. Allison and Benkenstein going for the long game here. So close for Morgan. 7 off the over. Well, that's the game, isn't it? You give yourself a little bit of room, you move as a batter, as Allison did. Your head's not quite still. If he'd have stood his ground and Morgan hit it there on that length of line, then he'd have been clipping that over mid-wicket, no doubt. 7 bowled though, 42 for 2. Plenty of cricket happening around the ground here. A spot up in the air there. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Supergirl movie out this summer. No Superman though. Who's going to be the Superman for Middlesex today? It's been a good start. For the bowlers, one for Bosch. You go again, top of middle and off. It's just relentless. That's what Middlesex have got to go to. Make Essex blink first, make their move. If they do and it goes well for Essex, then Middlesex can have a rethink. But with a run rate below 6 at the moment, they'll be very happy with this. It's almost championship cricket. The occasional bat throw so far. Little short, punished. So they've got to stick to it. Top of middle and off. Too short. Eyes lit up from the right hander. Whether it went wider on the crease on that one. Wasn't too short, that one. It's the one that went for 4. Let's see where this pitch is. Onto it early. I reckon this wasn't too far. Did he go wider on the crease to put that one in? Let's create the angle more. Wide on the crease again as that's pushed towards the off stump. For 2, one to go, the 8th. And a dot to finish the 8th. 1 for 18 off 2 for Bosch. 48 for 2 Middlesex, Essex, sorry. Morgan to continue. There's the women's side who won the morning game here. Saskia Hawley, the skipper, who was the first batter to make a century for Middlesex women in T20 cricket on Friday. Quick single taken, 49 for 2. Next factor will be spin for Middlesex, but the seam's going so well at the moment that I'd imagine they'll hold Holman back. Might even be a thought to throw Higgins the ball. The way that it's playing at the moment and the way that the quicker bowlers are going. There you go, top of off again. It's just good line and length bowling this from Middlesex, and that's the trick for Benkenstein and Allison now. How do you hit them off that length? Again, on a flat track, you put it on this line of length and there's no movement at all, then batters are regularly just going to swing not only over the top of offside there but across the line as well. Stand and deliver on this occasion. Holds the pose and a lofted drive for 6. First 6 of the innings brings up the 50 as well, and look at that. That full, but Benkenstein deciding even with long on back that he could get that leverage relatively safely in his mind to get it over. Wides, just slips that one out. Cries from Josh De Carey's encouraging. Sebi baby, is that what he called him? Messenger, I'm just putting sleep. Your head's down like that. It's like, is his eyes closed? Am I just putting sleep? Well, to Danny, one's come of the over. Quick single to mid-off to end the over. So 10 off it. 9 off it indeed. So not quite the best over of the innings just yet. That was the third, which resulted in the wicket at the end. But building again, laying the foundations. Try and get a few of those high rises soaring. Essex is a man that'll be looking to peg them back. Luke Holman spin into the attack in the 10th over, so they kept spin back here, and rightly so, I think, to the extent that the seam has been going so well. I say there must have been a temptation to throw the ball to Higgins also, the way that the ball's offering a little bit to the bowlers, but Holman it is to get his go. And from the top end, the Benham end, which is his preferred end here at Merchant Taylor's School in T20 cricket, of course it doesn't always work that way, that you can have your preferred end with the way that bowlers are chopped and changed. But wrist spin into the attack. Single start. Josh De Carey's has just predicted that Luke Holman's going to take 2. Nicely done. Slides it past the edge. Sliding on, but with the bounce as well. Down the track, but not to the pitch. Oh, Helm on the slide. Just couldn't quite get there. He decided he tried to smother it in the end. On the charge, and a late dart at the end, you know, just not quite going to get there, so decided to try and block it. Inside out and over the top. Deploy it, covers beaten. So is De Carey sweeping up on the rope. waited on it, and then decided he could open up the body to the offside. So that slight back away outside of leg. Oh, bowled again. Bit of bounce, bit of purchase for Holman. Dots finish the over. 10 bowled. 65 for 2. Ryan Higgins it will be. Absolutely the right call to give Higgins a go on this. Holman going for 8 off his first over, Bosch going at 9. Morgan also going at 8. Caldwell going so well at the top. This man could have a lot of fun here, and if they try and hit out against Higgins, well, if he's on top form, could be a very good day for him. Gets big on Allison, the bottom hand comes off. He's going up the hill, Higgins, you expect an extra bit of bounce. But at this stage, the halfway point, Essex have had a look. Benkenstein 26 balls faced, Allison 17. I think they'll particularly pick a bowler in this attack, but they will have to just try and push it up a gear or two. There's the step away, follows him. No run again, push to mid-off. That's slammed over mid-wicket. It's a nice pick up that. Not the biggest of grounds, of course, an out ground. Benkenstein seeing it early enough to decide this can go. It's a little too straight from Higgins. It's on to leg stump, and as a result, it was gone. Tucked up by that one slightly, a shorter ball. Higgins perhaps with the surprise delivery to follow the 6. Just the single it is. And we're climbing towards 7. Just the single to Carey's racing in from the leg side boundary. Now chase arm, dip in the head, Geddes as that beats him at cover. Lovely drive, just over pitched from Higgins. Oh, it was a full bunger in the end. .78 for 2, 11 bowls. Pace off from Holman on that. Really held it back. patient from Benkenstein just to turn the single. Well, that was beautifully done. The reverse sweep expertly done over the infields. Certainly towards the top of the bat, but it's part of the shot, though. You know, you're working it. Any part of the bat. It's not so much about the middle, it's about that swing of the bat. And a steered single again. They're just starting to get into a little bit of a groove here now. The run rate up to 7.3, the highest it's been of the innings. Single again. $86 for 2. Producer Danny's done me. I said don't put up the run rate, because I know I'll be wrong about that. The third over did climb significantly just before the fall of those 2 wickets brought things back down again, but they're just getting in on the move again. Essex. He's just gone with his eyebrows. Roger Moore down there. Good from Cornwell, back in for his 4th over. They brought him back in early, so he's going to be bowled out by the 13th, but I think fancying a wicket here as well to Ploy. If they're throwing the bat, then try throwing the bat against Cornwell. Slow ball bouncer, just the single. Helm still 2 to go. They'll be the last 2. You'd have thought of either Bosch or Morgan. Well, that is a huge shot. Almost no look. That was a huge swing of the bat. Watch the head of the batter here as he makes connection with this. So still. Head almost dipped down after hitting it. Didn't even look. Just felt the power out of the middle. Wow. Then gets that in return. And the Essex bowlers will similarly rub their hands with glee on that. This is where Essex have played it quite well. They really slowed up after the loss of those 2 wickets early on. Now, it was perhaps a mistake that Middlesex made last week here against Essex. Sorry, against Hampshire. Four more. Let's finish it over. They got after Cornwell in the end.
Number 67.
Another pick up. Oh, close for Holden, apologies. Well, Holman as well, the bowler. Really get all of it. A bit of a drag in the end. Dive from Holden. It's Morgan, not Holman bowling. Hundred up for Essex with that shot. Lovely shot. Oh, placed to perfection as well. Holden did his best, but he was always up against it. With a bounce once again onto the splice. Singles finish. 12 off the over, a good one. $110 for 2 after 14. Helm's back, so it's not going to be the last 2 for Tom Helm. They'll mix it up and save 1 back, either the 19th perhaps or the 20th. Probably the 19th, but they want a wicket, so they turn to Helm. Middlesex posted only 126 for 7 last Sunday. Hampshire chasing it down with 6 overs to spare. 8 wicket win. Now, lofted. It was a bit of a percentage shot that he'd get it inside out, wide of the mid-off, and he did. And it brings up the 50 for Benkenstein as well. 6 fours and 2 sixes for Benkenstein. Raises his bat for a fine half-century here. He's really become one of the key players. Wow, it was close. He's hedging his bet slightly there though with the lofted drive. Fancying he'd get it far enough away, but deployed it well to nearly turn it into a chance. Rapid on the pads, but missing leg. Good comeback here from Helm. That 4 to begin, but tightening it up. The partnership between these two now, which Benkenstein has clearly dominated. Got away with that a little. It was a wide Yorker from Helm, very nearly a half volley. Benkenstein unable to turn it into something. Dots finish, 115 for 2, 15 bowled. Wait for the big screen. Big over this for Holm. Tries to pull that off stump. Swept hard. And swept for 4. Long leg back, but too fine to get around. Cry was catch, but it was well in front of the fielder. Single again. Might get back for the second. They're going for it. And well run. 8 off the over. Can Holman get out of it without another boundary? Run rate still below 8s. And he does. Gets out of it with a dot ball. 12 off the over. Good return from Holman, having gone for 4 off the second. 1, 2, 3 for 2. Now, does it go in one of those heaps at the end that you so often see when all of a sudden the charge begins and everybody comes out swinging? Or is there going to be a sharp upturn in that worm, and Middlesex set somewhere around 180, 190 here, which would be a real challenge. Too much down the ground, which tells a bit of a story. Middlesex been very good at not serving up the half volleys. Oh, very good. Nearly a collision. Worry for a moment that Careys and Higgins were going to go headlong into each other as that ball was bisecting their positions. Really good from the Careys. Wide Yorker follows. Really good that though from the Careys, saving a couple of runs. Hunter Partnership comes up with the single. Learned few around the ground with a ripple of applause. 80 balls. Oh wow. Full wide signals. Renowned for its bounce up the hill here as well. It was quite short actually, but against that slope as well it really took off. That'll be a blow to Bosch after a good piece of fielding on the rope from De Careys. Gives away a boundary himself. Bowls that one into the track and just a drag for 1. Nine off the over, 3 to go. They need him to get out of this over, Bosch. Great catch. Oh, so close. Nearly pulled it off. A ripple of applause from the ropes, around the rope, because at first it looked like he'd produced a stunner. In the air as he takes the catch. Very, very nearly flicked back in. That would have been one of the best you'd see if he'd have pulled it off. There's no stopping that one. Into the pavilion it goes. Back-to-back sixes. And that is the 50 up for Allison from 33 balls. Just shows the merit of a little bit of patience, a little bit of consolidation. Didn't keep going hard at Essex. They let that run rate drop off in the power play. Now, the gap. Thought for a moment he might pick out a fielder with that one, but picks out the gap. Nearly picks out Dick Davies, the wonderful Essex commentator over the years there, just over the advertising ropes. Let's see, was Dick ready for it? Nearly. The BBC Essex's finest, Dick Davies. Lovely to see him earlier for a natter. Huge fan of Essex. But always very fair on the mic. 148 for 2. Good start to the over for Benkenstein, down the grounds. The 150 up and the 180 is more than on now for Essex. Middlesex need to get some wickets ticking to slow this charge up to 8.85 now. High as it's been since those opening couple of overs of the power play. Oh, slapped back hard. That's such a chance, but my goodness me, hit that hard. Oh, onto the palm. Very nearly to the wrist. Fortunately, no damage done. Oh, through the legs, both the batter and the keeper. Can you believe it? 4 byes. Opened up fully to this one. A skip then from Rossington. Oh, it just went outside of his leg actually. He got that pad across to try and block it. This is a brilliant partnership now for Essex. We'll be putting Middlesex under pressure in the chase. Can't overstate the importance of how they settled after the 2 wickets and did not get themselves into a mess before the power play was done, and equally built out of the power play without any great recklessness or panic. 18 bowl, 2 to go, 159 for 2.
And that's a big moment in the match. Here and now 365. Amplifying brands in the UK.
Up it goes. Oh, it's a tough one for Helm again, but he holds this. Well, it swirled on him. He could see at the last. He wasn't happy with the way it was swirling, but he managed to hold on. Just at the last there. And grabbing it. Very, very good. He nearly took a worldie a moment ago. He holds on to a tough one now. Middlesex needed that. Helm provided it. 159 for 3. Knowles with the new batter. That's well done. Really well done by Mulder. A bad man to have coming in at this point. Just worked it, steered it, finding the fielder. Sweetly timed, but well worked. On for 16 from 3.4. It's Helm doing Helm things in T20 cricket again for Middlesex. Just a single. Can he get out of the over now? It's going to be a very, very good day for Helm if he does. Oh wow, that has gone a long way, and Middlesex's bowler has just been dispatched into the trees. That's almost made it to the other ground behind that tent there. Old Merchant Taylors, the other ground behind the pavilion. Mind your heads, please. 170 for 3, so that 180 is more than on. Is 190. It's going to be Morgan who's asked to bowl it. Nearly at 10 so far. This will be a test for the youngster. That is a very good start from Mulder. No ball called also. Free hit coming up. A bad start for Middlesex to the final over. He steps across. He's put him right off. He's fired it in towards leg stump. Having seen the batter go in. So a free hit. Over's already cost 6 runs. Sorry, 5. 1 for the no ball. Gets away with it. There you go. Opening ball done. It cost 5. Could have been a lot worse, that. Well bowled from Morgan. Kept his head. Good recovery. Now, they'll look for a couple here. Settle on one. In between the two, but no chance of another. So Mulder 10 from 7, the South African. Over to Allison. 63 from 36. 4 balls to go. Bowls in. Really good this from Morgan. Tough start to the over. He's come back and come back well. A step across again, much as Mulder went for. Morgan went for the leg stump Yorker. In response to that, this time the off stump Yorker. .61 for Allison. A brilliant knock. He and Benkenstein really recovered. A tough start for Essex. How well can Middlesex get out of this? 3 to go. Critchley walks in. Feels like it's a very big 3 deliveries for the match now. 176 for 4 after last week's surface here at Merchant Taylors, which is forever a seaman's surface. Anywhere around 180 is going to be a challenge. And get it up towards 190. Start to favour the visiting team. Sending back long leg for that step across and the scoop. Deep backward point, deep cover. Deep square. Mid off and mid on up. There you go, ball put on length, just short of, bit of bounce. Deep mid wickets, that 5th fielder back. swing and a miss again. This is outstanding from Morgan. His miss at the start of the over wasn't that bad. It was the no ball that made it feel that little bit more costly, but he got out of it with a dot ball to follow. Taking the no ball that went for 4 out of the equation, it's a single a wicket of 5 deliveries. Up it goes. Morgan with a chance. And Morgan holds on. A double wicket to finish for Morgan. Middlesex needed that. It's just reined Essex back slightly at the last. He's bowled it really well. Stuck to that top of middle and off that served Middlesex so well at the start of the innings. 2 wickets to take out of the final over. Has turned this last couple of overs of the match in Middlesex's way. It's just kept them short of that, even that 180 when potentially 190 and maybe even at 1 point 200 was on. Makes a fair balance of it now, I'd suggest, this game. 177 to win will not be easy. It should be a test. It could have been an awful lot worse. Middlesex, after a fine start though with the ball, I'm sure will have seen how Essex went about building this innings and will be ready themselves should there be a couple to go in the early stages. We'll see. Join us back in just under 10 minutes. The live stream here at Merchant Taylors, brought to you from myself, Kevin Hand, in association with Daffabet.
That's a big moment in the match. Here and now 365. Amplifying brands in the UK.
Essex. And over the batting for Middlesex, with World Cup number 4, Max Holden, and number 11, Adam Robertson.
Welcome back to Merchant Sailors School. Chase about to get underway here in the live stream from Middlesex. And myself, Kevin Hand, the stream brought to you in association with Daffabet. And a fair chase it'll be. On the surface, always renowned as favouring the bowlers here at MTS in any format. 176 for 5. Snacer to open up. Old mate Rossington out there. In his last game on the current contract he has for Middlesex, one that could be extended. Joe Cracknell very much hoping to be back soon from that finger injury. The mark, first ball there, Middlesex. Good from Snater, patient from Rossington. Again, Middlesex will have learnt a little bit from Essex in the way they recovered from a couple of early wickets. And it's got to be worth the gamble for Middlesex, though, to throw those early wickets to the wind, see if they can get off to a flyer in the power play. If not, rebuild as the Eagles did. Another dot. You fancy there's a big shot coming here from Rossington. Bowls him. Nips one through. Rossington walks off ruefully. Probably wishing he'd had a swing at a couple of those deliveries. There's a surface where the bowlers can get after you here. to give himself a little bit of room on that one, Rossington. Top of middle and leg is taken. Early breakthrough for Essex. Middlesex 1 for 1. 76 years. Oh wow, that was close. So close. It'll be a boundary. It's a fine margin. You fancy that Middlesex needed to go in their favour. The steer from De Carey's nearly steered it to slip. Five for 1 at the end of the first, Middlesex. Bennett from the Benham end. Youngster with a bit of pace and a lot of potential. You can imagine Chris Silvered from Middlesex, bowler, and Yorkshire and England, of course, will have worked a lot with him. He was credited a lot, I think, with the emergence of Porter and Cook and Co. over the years. First spell that he had with Essex. Pace and bounce again. Oh, that's a beaut. Let's have a look for a little bit of seam here. We saw a great start from Middlesex with the ball, and that has seamed some down the slope as well with bounce. Saw it for the first 4 or 5 overs. You'll get a little bit out of these balls before they go soft. Brilliant. 6 runs. Absolutely brilliant from Holden. Using that pace of the youngster. What's his comeback? Now the appeal made partly because they tried to convince the umpire it's not a wide because he got a little bit on it, but it would have been close to being a wide, that. Let's watch for the line of the leg stump, and yeah, he's alright, not a wide. Leg bye to finish, 2 bowls. Middlesex 12 for 1. Snater back for a second. That goes up. Inside out from Holden. He'll bag a couple. Run, the call, leg bye taken. Oh, that's a seed. Beats the forward defence. It's just good seam bowling again from Essex. Three bowled, 15 for 1, good from Bennett. None for 6 in his first. Snater bowling the first and the third. He picked up a wicket in that opening over, getting Rossington. It'll be Bennett to go again with the fourth, as Middlesex did back in the seamers. Don't worry about it too much, unless you're. Yeah. Oh, going for the pick up again. Hit on the back, they'll get the leg by. Step across, followed by Bennett. Wraps him on the pads, leg by confirmed. There was no bat involved. 17 for 1 in the fourth. There goes the step. Got into line, looked for the ramp, and Dr. Carey's in the end just trying to manoeuvre anything anywhere that he could. That's crunched. Square of the wicket it goes. It's Carey's first boundary. Apologies, that's his second boundary. Of course, he ran the first ball, which was only just out of reach of slip. That one was out of reach of everybody. Drilled out of the middle of the bat. Going for the uppercut, stepping across, and what may have been a ramp to begin was almost an uppercut at the end as he punched up at the ball. Wide Yorker, well dug out. So what was that with a couple of leg buys? 7 off the over. 4 bowled, 22 for 1.
And that's a big moment in the match. Here and now 3-6-5. Amplifying brands in the UK.
Snates are bowling a third in a row here, which again Middlesex with Cornwell they went with 3 at the top because the seam was so prevalent. The ball still relatively new and offering a lot. Down the track, but not quite to the pitch. He's got it up and over though. Mid off with a scramble at the last. They'll get back for 3. That's nicely done. Lapped by Holden. First boundary of the over. The single. Just wants to come on the over. Oh, the edge flies. Gully was interested for a moment. Deep third or deep backward point will make sure it's just a single to finish. 5 bowls. Essex were 30 for 2 at this stage, so this was where the rebuild had to begin. As you can see, their worm just tailed off after those 2 wickets. Middlesex, well, again, if they watched that Essex innings, it was consolidate and build after the early couple of wickets. Whether they fancy gambling one in this final over of the power play to project that Manhattan up and to the right, well, we'll have to see. Slapped, but only into the hands of the fielder. Snater holds on at mid-wicket, and it was a dolly in the end. And De Carey's did press the gamble button last over of the power play to try to find some quick runs. I think it was the right call to try. It's just the execution that didn't pay off. Gone for 12 from 12. I think that will change to it. Does. And it's 32 for 2. Ben Geddes, the new batter, will probably shut up shop for the remainder of the power play, but I think that was selfless from De Carey's just to try and maximise what he could in the power play. This was pretty much the point that Essex decided to settle in and play the long game at 2 down. I think Middlesex would be well advised to take a leaf out of the visitors' book and do the same. Hector's first ball might be De Carey's only regret that he didn't have a look. Bumped up to points. Sound off the bat from Geddes there sounded extremely good. Driven powerfully into the ground. It very nearly bumped over. He's far from a short fielder there at backward point and needed all of that height. Now, pace and bounce from Actor. Geddes looking to give himself room. See if there was anything off the surface in this one. I think it was just angled in. There might have been a little bit. There you go, yeah. Tucked up by that little bit of seam movement as well as the bounce. Particularly a high risk shot he was going for, but Geddes clearly still wanted to use a little bit of this power play. Edged, gone. Tucked up by the last. This one it was lift. A little bit of a flared it away from the body from Geddes, but Actor makes an immediate impact. Last one came back in off that seam. This one held its line but had the bounce, had the pace, and it had the keeper waiting. Go gun barrel straight off the surface this time. 3 in the power play, 32 for 3. Time for the skipper, Leas, to deploy. It's 32 for 3, with 2 to go at the power play.
boys.
33 for 3 then, once come at the power play. The double wicket maiden is avoided by Middlesex, deploy off the mark. I feel as though these two have really got to be there, very close to the end now. Is that pace off? 4 byes. Well, a boundary to finish the over, the power play. There you go, just dies before the keeper and gets away. Down the hill it goes. Could have been the natural variation off the surface. I don't think it particularly kept low, but... Now what has that gentleman got in his hand there that he's eating?
To the left, to the right. Who's he got now? Sticking him Who should we find?
Plenty of movement in between overs. Change of position, find the best spot. Wander off to the burger van. Beautiful ball, mulled around the wicket, into the attack and nearly into the wickets. Watch this, I reckon that's got to have seamed, doesn't it? It's the bounce probably as much as anything. In the end, the bounce may well have saved him over the top of off. Fine start, South African international. Deploy aspiring. This is a key matchup. Just out of the power play and just at the point where Essex starting to get on top. Runs the single. Slip in play still. It tells you everything you need to know. Essex fancying another one here. 2 left-handers, so Mulder will stay around the wicket to the pair of them and look to use that bounce and seam movement to bring slip into play. It's got mid off and mid on up. Deep mid wicket, deep square. Long leg, deep third and deep point. There's the deep third. Actor, way to the right of where we're sat at deep backward points. Benkenstein's immediately in front of us at backward point. Wearing number 99 on his back. He's getting chance of 99 from the kids. To the right of us, I assume looking for his signature and not a cry to their parents for an ice cream. Four singles in the over after the near japper to begin. It was just a peach of a delivery, really. Bit of bounce, hitting the surface hard, up the hill as well. Dabbed single to finish. 5 of them in the over. 42 for 3, 7 bowled. Well, there we go. 42 for 2 at this stage, Essex. A third wicket there was a real blow for Middlesex. I think the second you can kind of accept it in the power play, that you think gamble one more to maximise the runs in the power play, but losing the third felt like a hammer blow at the time, and it is over to this pairing now to produce the kind of partnership that Essex did to recover their innings and recover it well. It's a challenging target, 177 here at MTS. It could have been a lot worse, but for a fine final over by Morgan. 2 in it for him at the last. I'll run again. Required rate at 10, so they won't want to let that get over 12, so they will be keen just to push this current run rate up a boundary and over. Keeps Middlesex ticking, keeps them in the innings, but they are going to have to be low risk shots to find those boundaries. Hope for the mistakes from the bowler, put them away. Again, watchfully played by Holden. 2 vastly experienced players in the middle now. Rossington wasn't at the beginning. Rossington again was looking for runs after 3 dot balls, giving himself a little bit of room, but these two well accustomed to a bit of stroke play to try and set it up. Inside edge. Nearly a run out.
They are. It's for heaps actually. I've literally just demolished all this roll, but it's like yourself up. To be first catch.
And now he's missed out there. Low full toss. That'll frustrate Deploy. That's one that he'll feel should have gone. There's a big gap in front of him there at cover. Beat that fielder and points not getting around. So that's what we talk about in terms of the one that misses from the bowlers. There will be the 1 or 2 per over that miss from a bowler, and can you put them away? Of course, as we know as well, bad balls bring wickets. One to come of the 8th. It'll be a wide. Lovely shot. Middlesex needed that. Deploy needed it. Missed out earlier in the over. He'll feel an awful lot better. Goodness me, that is almost just a clip down the ground. Nice. 49 for 3 after 8. Hooked away. Just the single though. Brings up the 50 for Middlesex, 50 for 3. That 10 and over won't perturb Middlesex. But they must be wary of the wickets column. That's where it went wrong last week. Weren't able to put something competitive on the board. Essex are 49 for 2 at this stage. Thinking 2, but it's just the single. Bowls him. Middlesex gone. Out of the ground from Mulder. Resignation from Holden. Top of middle. Pressure building. Wasn't really in position to play the shot. Perhaps caught in two minds. Middlesex lose their fourth. 51 for 4.
Number 29, Ryan Higgins.
$51 for 4 then, as Ryan Higgins makes his way to the middle. Quick single. 3 of them off the over. 9 bowled, 52 for 4. But Holden gone. Big blow that to Middlesex. Got to be careful of the wicket column. Essex really did well. They tried up the runs. They were happy to consolidate, soak up whatever pressure was building in terms of a low run rates. They made up for it as the partnership grew. Single to start the over. Harmer joins the attack. The first look at spin in the Essex bowling attack. Just a little bit of turn. Single more. Chopped off middle. Just the single though. Single to finish the over. 5 of them. They do need a boundary per over, Middlesex. 57 for 4. Look at the bounce. Higgins with the charge. Mulder saw him coming. Yeah, the charge came early from Higgins. .58 for 4. Single to long up. In behind Higgins. Mustn't let the frustration get the better of them here, but there you go, 118 off 56. Higgins trying to create the angle. He drops the single. 60 for 4 after 11. It's only in the last over that there's been a slight separation, but it wasn't really until the 16th, the 17th really, that the acceleration changed significantly for Essex, and that's what Middlesex must do. They need that partnership. You can see the first wicket, then 2 and 3 falling together. The fourth will just naturally slow things again, but they can create that period of time now, a partnership between the wickets. That'll give them a chance here. Looking to hit with the spin. Shorter boundaries here for Merchant Taylors than you'd have at the HQs around the country. He's clearly keen on accessing them. Gets hold of that one. That'll feel good. 6 of the best for Higgins. Single more. One's come of the over. Todd Bowles, 68 for 4. That 6 will have just given the worm a little jolt for Middlesex. Not much, but takes the pressure off for a couple of overs to keep ticking. There will have to come a charge. The key thing is that final over from Morgan. That could really be crucial for Middlesex. There was a point there where 190 was on the cards, a low 180. Thane throwing the ball for the first time. This will be interesting for Middlesex. 6th bowler used. The economy's looking good so far. I'm sure they won't throw the bat first ball, but this might be an over that they'd like to challenge. Well, you fancied they might have a go at Thane, the 6th of the bowlers. Deploy. Didn't get hold of it. Puts it down the throat of Akhtar. And a comfortable catch in the deep. The Middlesex captain goes. High on the bat, as you saw, he didn't get hold of it. And he's done for 14. 17 faced, Middlesex 68 for 5. Luke Holman joins Ryan Higgins. The game is far from done. Middlesex bat a long way down. Nathan Bosch, a big hitter. Tom Helmer, no call on one end of the bat from the other. Seb Morgan, obviously a very fine young batter. Perhaps not as big a hitter as some of those around him, but you feel like this needs to be a Holman day now. Holman can really pull out some party pieces. That's good from Holman. Really good. Low risk. Wait for the bad ball and put it away. Heaved away, but straight to the fielder again. Akhtar swallows another one. Thane has 2 in his first over. Well, Holman, I'm sure, felt as though he'd had a few balls to get used to Thane. Doesn't get it all the way and pays the price. 72 for 6. Ethan Bosch, capable of some very, very big shots. Bowling all-rounder. Higgins 13 from 15. I'm sure he'll be thinking he's got to stay there to the last now. Take this deep. Run rate has climbed to 15 now, the required. It'll be a wide. That's through. Deep thirds up, so 2 back will point. Higgins finds the room to bisect them. Using the pace, guides it away. They will need a big over soon, Middlesex, but it could go calamitously wrong as well. Has he? No. Higgins waits for the decision. The decision's not out. It was off the hip. There you go. Essex don't like it. The umpire clearly signalled that hit the hip. Higgins certainly stood his ground, and well, was it just the top of the thigh guard there, or was it a little bit of glove?
It's glove. It's glove, buddy.
Well, that's out of the middle. No doubt there was bat involved in that. Big one from Higgins. Middlesex 83 for 6. Between these two, there's enough runs there they could still do this. Reaches for it and opens the face for 4. Middlesex needed an over like this. On the stretch, but opening the face. 15 off the over, including the wide. Oh, now the edge doesn't carry. Slower ball. Possibly would have been a wide. 87 for 6. A good over, but 90 from 36 will still be a tall order. Well, after that over, Middlesex's interest is peaking. Oh, he's got underneath this one though. And Mid-on will take the catch. Bosch goes first ball. Clearly feeling time's running out here and having to go for the big shots. Across the over, this will be a hat-trick ball for Thane then. Seb Morgan will walk out. There's still Helm and Cornwell to come. All capable batters. But again, what's hurting Middlesex at the moment is that failure to get a partnership going. That would have just helped to propel the run rate. So hat-trick ball for Thane. Morgan marks out his crease, has a look. I can imagine he'll have a look at this first ball from Thane. Classy looking shot from Morgan. Rewarded with 4 runs. Well, that's looking good. I'd imagine that felt pretty good for Morgan as well. 86 from 34. Sweetly timed over the top of it. Just be a single though, the sweeper back. 3 to go of the 15th. You usually think you can probably get somewhere around 75. Get close to it off the last 5. But it would clearly at this stage you'd fancy have to be a partnership now. Higgins and Morgan, the pair of them, get going for it. That'll require scoring 10 off the next 3 to bring it even down to 75, but 75 of the last 5 is not out of the equation at all. But it's the wickets column that hurts more than anything right now for Middlesex. Crunched away with the cuts, and the slide will hold them to a single. Will be an element at this stage now that Middlesex think it's now or never. Just get going and keep going. If it comes off, it does, but with the wickets column against them and the deliveries running out, they might just think there's no choice but to gamble now. 2 drop back in the deep on the onside. Offered outside off, he doesn't get it through though on this occasion. Good stop by Critchley. Looking for that back foot punch again. Dragged off the bottom of the bat, just a single to finish, just a 7 off the over. 15 bowled, 94 for 7.
And that's a big moment in the match. Here and now 365. Amplifying brands in the UK.
I think if you were setting from this position, 15 overs bowled, 94 for 7, you'd probably chew the arm off 50 or more runs from here. And to balance it that way of what realistically, if you were batting first in this position, how much more could you really think? You'd want to take something around 145 maybe. If you were lucky, you'd get it up to 150. With 15 bowls and 83 more required, it's a tall order. Bennett's got some pace about him. Pace can go as well though. Stepping across Morgan, trying to use that pace. Fails to make contact. And Bennett strikes. There's the premeditated thought. It was the right idea, but failed to execute. And Essex nearly through now, you'd think. Higgins still there, but his leg stump is rocked back, so perhaps Middlesex's last chance is pushed back as well. 94 for 8. Tom Helm to join Higgins. Very, very capable batter. Capable of big shots as well, as Noah Cornwell also is still to come. But they'd need something really out of the ordinary here from the lower order now around Higgins to bring this 83 run target down a little bit more. Drop the single, give it to Higgins. Good from Bennett again. Hitting top of middle and off. Very difficult to get it away off that length, as we saw at the start of the Essex innings as well here at Merchant Taylors, but it was that batting partnership that's won this for Essex. Higgins doesn't get hold of it. Oh, the chance goes down. They'll come back for two. Higgins still has to get his skates on. He does. Yeah, fancied it probably have gone when he connected with this, but it's just got out of reach. Quite lined himself up quickly enough there, Critchley. Carey's took a stunner in there earlier. A stunner, it was a difficult chance, which is why it was a stunning grab. Yes and no, and yes it'll be in the end. One to come of the over. I don't think we're quite at the stage where you call this a free hit for Helm. With only 2 wickets standing. Middlesex have to hedge their bets somehow that they can get it over the line, but they need to keep wickets in hand as well with only 2 left. Did see Gloucestershire pump 75 off the final 3 overs here a couple of seasons back. Ouch. Won't hurt too much though for the bowler because it's prevented a run, potentially 4 of them. Tops finish, 98 for 8, 4 to go, 79 needed. Fraser was sat alongside me on the commentary for that one, and as Middlesex conceded 75 off 3 at the end of the innings, he said no side anywhere should be conceding 75 off 3 overs. 79 needed off 4 by Middlesex if they're to move level on points with Essex at the end of this game. Higgins won't have given up. Only get the single for that though. Totally mistimed. It'll bring the single and give Higgins the strike once more. The 100's up for Middlesex, 100 for 8. He scrambled to 126 here last Sunday in setting that target. Again, it was early wickets. Kept falling and caused the problem. Let's hold of that one. Oh, just short. 4 it is. Hasn't got hold of that one either. Could be the end, is the end. Higgins falls for 36, and with him surely goes the game now. Had to try and start heading out. Only just short of getting it over the top. Malta takes the catch. Snater has a second, 2 for 23. And Middlesex 104 for 9. Noah Cornwell, he is capable of big shots, but it would be something spectacular if the 10 and 11 were to keep this alive. It's it hard, Cornwell. He's managed to pick up a single there. He'll keep the strike. 68 needed off the last 3 now. 109 for 9. Well, Helm would have been part of that side, I would imagine, unless he was away on an England squad call-up or Lions duty that day when Gloucestershire blasted 75 off the last 3 here. That was a particularly demoralising day for Middlesex in T20. Man, smiling wide. Bennett with the ball in hand, 1 for 15 from his 3. A very good day for him. A really bright prospect for, well, English cricket. He's already a key performer for Essex. Went for the uppercut. Wide signals. Bennett doesn't like it. Thought this was going to fly over the keeper, and yeah, it's pretty short. Yes, good call from the umpires. Did see one like that absolutely take off over the keeper, didn't we? From a Middlesex perspective, it may well have been Cornwell bowling it. To give himself room. Just a wicket away now, Essex. Ouch! Oh, that was slammed back at him. Goes down as a drop, but goodness me, he's lucky he's got any fingers left after that. Absolutely slammed back at him. A couple of his teammates see the funny side. Not sure he does. Slow ball, chipped down the ground. And chip for 6. He's barely got hold of that at all. Bennett's response. It's a pretty good ball, the slower ball, Yorker that he was going for. Corner was really reaching for it. How he managed to generate the power to get that for 6. Looks for another one. Bennett follows him and it bowls him and it's hurt him. Ouch. Cornwell's down. Middlesex, Essex, fair play to them. They go to check to make sure he's okay. Where has he worn that? That is not the way Middlesex will want to end this game. Cornwell is in a lot of pain. Well, let's watch for where that strikes. Right on the forearm. Oh my goodness me, that has hurt Noah Cornwell, and that could be a really big blow for Middlesex as they finish this. I'd imagine there's a little bit of shock there as the pain has gone through. He's struck by it, it's bowled him. He walks away, actually throws the arm out in pain, which will hurt also. He's up on his knees and the physio's out with him now to have a look, but well, let's hope that that's not too bad. That is the club doctor walking out. Essex win by 60 runs, but clearly a moment at the end with a horrible injury by the looks of it to Cornwell, just marring the moment in terms of the spectacle for the game. But well done to Essex, a really fine performance by them. 176 posted. Middlesex falling a long way short, bowled out in reply, but we keep an eye just to see how Noah Cornwell is. It would seem as though that has done a fair bit of damage to that forearm, and Middlesex will really hope that that is not a serious injury. The bowler has been in wonderful form and called up to the England Lions. That would be a really, really nasty and cruel blow to Noah Cornwell, just as he's really making a serious point both to Middlesex and England in this competition. He's bowled fantastically well, 1 for 28 for him. Of course, it's Essex who take the story. See Tom Helm coming off now, pointing at his own forearm up to the elbow. The Essex physio went out to have a look as well. Let's hope that it looked worse than it was for Cornwell, but he's keeping his arm held up and you can see he's in an awful lot of pain as he walks off. So best wishes to him. His teammates go to meet him now as well, as you'll just see in the background of the scorecard there to see how he is, but not nice at all. He's holding that arm with the other hand as he makes his way off, and it feels like that could be some bad news for Cornwell. Well, not the way that Middlesex would have wanted to lose the game, not that they'd want to lose it anyway, but Essex, congratulations to them. A much needed win for Essex to push on their performance. Cornwell, as he makes his way off, is able to shake a few hands with the other hand, but clearly in a lot of pain. Let's hope it's not too bad. Obviously Middlesex, any news on that injury? Well, there he is, bottom of the screen, you can just see making his way off. So Essex win this one by 60 runs. Next in action, it's Championship cricket back for Middlesex and Essex on Friday. You can pick up the commentaries of those games in all the usual places. But from here at Merchant Taylors' School, a double-header today, a win for Middlesex women in the morning against Derbyshire Falcons. It's Essex men who win the afternoon game by 60 runs. From myself, Kevin Hand, and the rest of the team bringing you the stream in association with Daffabet. It's a very good evening to you all.
action. All the fun and all the games, they all start here with All Stars Cricket. All new experiences for everyone. All over the country. Every session is all-out action all the time. All welcome, all invited. Even mums and dads. Skills, friendships, smiles, dreams. It all happens here. All you need is delivered right to your door. Best of all, it even has your name on it. All the activators are fully trained, and all they want is for us to have a great time. Always. Have ball, catch, throw, try it all. It's time to go all in, all together. And it all starts with All Stars. All you need to get started is at allstarscricket.co.uk.
Power your play this holiday at Dynamo's Cricket.
And that's a big moment in the match. Here and now 365, amplifying brands in the UK.